Now, we'll get moving along, and our first order of business, I'd like to ask Coach Todd Kirk from Lawrence Academy to come and give us an update. Coach Kirk.
Thank you so much, Touchdown Club. Of course, short people have it down here. Everybody knows Mr. Rogers. It is now. All right. Of course, everybody knows Mr. Rogers. We're so thankful for you coming today. Thank you so much. Yeah, been gone for 2 weeks here. A lot of things happened for a whole lot of folks. We were beaten by Clarendon Hall 2 weeks ago at our place. Better football team than us that night. And thought we had a little bit of run in the second half and fell short there. We were ahead at halftime. Really, our two losses that we've had, we've been ahead at halftime. It seemed like we've run out of gas. At times I look over and I can't find guys. And our numbers are dwindling. And we're trying to get some of those folks back. Hopefully that will happen tonight. We've got homecoming against Andrew Jackson, who is also 3-2, and that will be a formidable opponent. And it will take all we have and all the healthy bodies we have to win. The last 2 weeks, though, we've had some very good performances by some young men here. And I don't mention their name very much, but they've done some good things. They don't like most of the things I say to them, but they recover and respond very well. I've got a ninth grader here, maybe more than, I guess, one or two ninth graders I brought to Lawrence Academy, to the Touchdown Club. But Joshua Moore, Josh Stan, he has played every position except quarterback so far for us, and that's asking an awful lot. And he will grow into his body, and he will be something else in about 3 years here. So, Joshua, thank you so much. You can have a seat. After you wave, you can have a seat with them. Also, Jonathan Burns, Stan Jonathan. We were playing down at JDA last past week, and we tried to stop the counter. He plays defensive tackle for me, moving from linebacker. We had some folks hurt. And I told him if he'd bear crawl on the backside of the formation, that we would stop the play. And the first 2 times it went for about 40 yards each. Then I told him to bear crawl again, and he got the next 2 plays. He got a tackle for a loss, and then the next was a tackle for a loss, caused a fumble, and recovered it himself. And I told him I wasn't so stupid, was I, Justin? Jonathan is a kid. He punts for us, kicks off for us, does everything. 10th grader is going to do a great job at Lawrence Academy. Wonderful kid. I appreciate him being there. All right, Jonathan, thank you, partner. Remy Bass, who's come to us, Stan Remy, from Fountain Inn, has come to us this year as a senior and has joined our squad and has stepped in again at about every position I can ask. Robert Williams, one of our better football players, went down and he has stepped in to fill his shoes at linebacker and also at what we call H-back, and just done a great job. Got our last 2 first downs to seal the win down at Jefferson Davis, and it's just been a great addition to Lawrence Academy, and I appreciate him there. Thank you, Remy. Anyway, folks, we are in homecoming festivities at Lawrence Academy. We're going to get out of here early. Somebody got on me here earlier and said, tell me a little earlier and I'll put you further in the back. I apologize about that. We will get on the phone there quicker. So we're going to exit out of here. I hate to hear, for my kids, not to hear Mr. Rogers here. He came to us 3 or 4 years ago and just does a wonderful job and has really been an asset to the state of South Carolina. So we appreciate that. Touchdown Club, thank you for what you do here, all right? Thank you.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Coach Kirk. Next, how about Coach Scott King, Clinton High School?
Apparently, if anybody wants extras, they took them out after getting to eat. There's a few plates there. And the lima beans are pretty good. 2 weeks ago, hey, can everybody hear me good enough? I'll put the microphone on if you want me to. 2 weeks ago, we played Woodruff at home. Played pretty well in the first half. Again, we were tied up 14-14 at half. Moving the ball, playing pretty well. Gave up 2 pass plays in the first half, but pretty much it shut them down. Other than that, came out in the second half. We're moving the ball each time and ended up with a few turnovers. Turnovers ended up biting us in the rear end there. They picked one up, ran it back for a touchdown, ended up scoring one other time with a short field. Ended up beating us 35-14. Did not play real well in the second half. That's been kind of the story as we go. We'll continue to work on that. In that game, Justin Baker, senior offensive lineman, played center guard and a little bit of tackle for us all year. Been a really consistent offensive lineman. Was blocking well. We were running behind him quite a bit in that game. Has done well. Continues to work and get better, and we have a lot of confidence in going behind Justin. Also in that game, Tay Cook. Tay had a punt return for a touchdown and an interception. Played well. Made some big plays for us, and if we're going to win football games today, so we're going to keep making some big plays. Also in that game, we'll mention Hezekiah Simpson right here. Hezekiah had a bunch of tackles that night. Again, several sacks on the defensive front that night. And Hezekiah's played well all year. You guys know him. He was here a bunch last year. He can keep standing because I'm going to move right into the Lawrence game last week. We had a real good game. Coach Liner and his crowd came down to Clinton. It was a real good football game early. It was 14-7 at the half. We had a little trouble getting off the field early, especially on that first drive. They went down and scored. Hezekiah takes the first play we had and went 45, 46 yards for a touchdown. We also moved Hezekiah to linebacker that night, trying to give him a chance to play off the blocks a little bit better. He made 15 tackles, all right, which is a lot at our place. Hezekiah's played well all year, and he played real well on Friday night. Also in the Lawrence game, Michael Mann. Michael had 3 tackles on special teams. Michael's also our long snapper. Plays a lot of our flanking position for us, and has been consistent and plays well. If he was 195 pounds, y'all have to look out for him. He's only 130, but he's 130 of rear end whipper. He's a Red Devil through and through. Also in that game, Lamonte Simpson. L's on crutches now. L's been playing well all year. Defensive back, receiver for us. Played well all year. Ends up getting his foot was stuck in the ground. Ended up a body. One of the guys flipped around and caught him on the inside. All right, and his foot was in the ground. So you guys know how that works. Sometimes it shifts your knee a little bit. We're waiting to get an MRI on L next week. He's played real well. That's a big loss for us. And he's had a good year. He's playing real well on Friday night. Hopefully it's not anything serious, and hopefully he'll be back in a couple of weeks. Kids played hard. We had to turn over 2 interceptions in the second half. They gave Lawrence a short field. You give a good football team a short field, they're going to take advantage of it, and they did. All right, and they beat us in that situation, no question. Congratulations to those guys on winning the Lawrence County Championship. Pulling for you guys tonight. Tonight we're open, first time ever. We couldn't get anybody to play us in week 5, so we had to play at week 0 game. So tonight, I really thought when we first scheduled this thing, they were like, oh man, you're going to love week 5. Week before you start conference, you get a chance to get everybody healthy. Well, I hope so. We're going to get 1 or 2 guys back, hopefully next week. Hopefully 1 or 2 more that are going to be questionable. But when we first made the schedule, I said, all right, the week before the conference play, we'll be able to break up and go see everybody play in the conference. 6 teams in our region. There's only 1 team playing tonight. 5 of us are off. So, you know, I anticipate everybody's going to be in Louisville, South Carolina tonight, watching Lancaster play. They're the only team that's playing tonight. That's where we'll be on the first Friday night we've ever had off. So that's where we're going to be tonight. Our kids love coming. I know I've told them it's going to be a treat to get an opportunity to meet a Heisman Trophy winner. You know, I can remember seeing Mr. Rogers play, and I enjoyed it greatly. I was a young man. I'm not that old. I'm a little younger than I look, but I'm definitely not smarter than I look. These guys love coming. They enjoy it. They love the food. And they really They're really appreciative of everything you guys do, and want to wish you guys luck tonight. Those guys took off, like I said. I'm not going to grab one of these plates as I go by, I promise.